Uta here with some floppy parsley still growing outside. I'm about to uh, dig it up, put it in a pot, and see if it will um, do anything over the cold months in my cold frame. A protected spot, kind of like a mini greenhouse. And I'm very pleased to have this. Oops, it fell. I'm very pleased to have this to put into my soup later. Uh, yes, so I am Uta Heagen of Trans Widow Uta Heagen YouTube channel and of WordPress blog utahagengrasswidow.wordpress.com. And I put that in the notes. And you can contact me there through the contact form. I am happy to report that Trans Widow number 56 Apple White was number 55, and Trans Widow number 56 has requested the um, what do you call it? My survey of 20 questions to ask a trans widow. Thank you for all of your good wishes. Yes, the chemo seems to be working for my guy Calais. He's able to eat normal food again. We will be spending really great time together in the coming few weeks. And as he goes onward and as I go into my cataract procedure, which I'm really happy that I will be doing. I'm very confident it happens that my right eye is just very quickly getting foggy and fuzzy. So I'm just glad that I have all of that scheduled. And I just do really appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone who's been sharing our channel with people. We now have 1,628 subscribers, and we are above 151,000 views. We seem to be going up almost 300 a day or something like that. And I'm really hoping that you will explore my page and look at the community posts and try out the playlist of wellness movements, because all of these ideas I'm giving you here are for anyone who is experiencing stress and anxiety to try, so that you can feel confidence, a confident connection between your mind and body. And that, unfortunately, is what keeps on getting separated and separated when our soon to be ex-husbands go to their charlatan therapists and start disconnecting very alarmingly from their bodies and thinking that they have to do sex trait modification surgeries to change their body to be more aligned with a delusion that is in your head. And I can't really say anything except my ideas of healing, which is nature photography, taking walks out in nature, keeping your citizen science counts of butterflies and birds, and engaging in these wellness moves or other physical meditative activities. So as a matter of fact, I will tell you that I suddenly woke up in the middle of the night, and it might have been a dream or something last night. And I tossed and turned for maybe 5 minutes, and I said, you know what? I have to get up and do my series on the floor. And I had left my mat out when I went to bed, and I did it for about 7 minutes, went back to bed, went to sleep, slept until 10 o'clock. I really, really do believe that all these wellness movements with a focus on the perimeters that your limbs can reach out to and bring in the calm homeostasis which exists in this world, if we only look for it, then we can heal ourselves. It's very important in this time when you've got extended family members of your ex-husband who are sometimes looking to you for guidance. Sometimes they are looking to blame you. That has happened to quite a few of us. There are some angry ex-mother-in-laws who illogically blame their ex-daughter-in-law for her son doing this. And it certainly might not be the parents' fault. In my case, I think that with Nettie, considering his father was physically abusive, I think that there was something about that. But what we have to do is give ourselves buffer zones, focus on our own internal core strength. And by that, I mean physically the core muscles, which can have, once you do those pelvic lifts and core muscle exercises, they can focus your brain on this feeling of strength in your body and take away this feeling of anxiety that comes in your throat from the vagus nerve. I feel that what we trans widows have to do is consciously avoid trying to be Joan of Arc and trying to help the parents and facilitating extra time that the ex-in-laws want to have with your children. It's much more complicated when there are children involved. And actually, Juliet, who is just such a strong and exemplary trans widow, and I were talking about this feeling of sadness that we actually develop for our ex-in-laws, for our crazy ex-husband's parents, knowing that they must be going through a tragic time, unless they are also extreme narcissists themselves. And I think that it is best to say to yourself, I am busy handling my own mind-body connection, and if there's children, I am busy helping my children to maintain their mind-body connection, their happiness, their feelings of being whole in the world, and I have to just keep the other things at a distance. It's very, very common for this cross-dressing husband and soon-to-be ex-husband to alienate all of his family members and a great many of your friends from you. And this is encouraged and sanctioned by the therapists. The therapists tell those patients of theirs, don't have anything to do with someone who isn't going to affirm you all the time. So much so that, for example, my son's rather famous New York Times writer, great uncle, went to his older brother's memorial service when he died. My ex-father-in-law lived a long time, around 90, and then died of some heart problems. And my children went to that memorial service. He had been in the service, so there was a military ceremony. And, that generation, the aunt and two uncles were there, and Nettie decided that even in the time after they had lost their brother, the first one in their family generation who died, that there is no reason to talk to them. And Nettie kept my children close by, this is as adults, so that they didn't talk to them at all. Now, I actually wrote my older son a note and I said, I think that that's really unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate that you couldn't bring yourself to say, this must be difficult to lose your brother. But that is the way this ideology affects all of the people who are further out on the periphery. And I tried to keep this relationship up with that great uncle of theirs. They did see him. He got uninvited from some family events, and then he said, I better not attend. And I just felt that it was really wrong to be so rude to a member of your family who's got a certain amount of fame and esteem and is held in high regard by many in society. But that is what they do. And knowing that is what they do is the first piece of information for you, because just distance yourself from that. Turn inward, turn to how you are feeling. It's really best to try to have discipline in your thoughts and just water your own garden, basically. Please, if you are a trans widow watching this, or if you are another family member watching this and you have another little anecdote, please do put it into the comments. I really appreciate that. We are gathering information. We are healing ourselves by keeping ourselves connected to our natural world. Be well. Have cozy, warm holidays.